My ultimate goal is to get to the point where I can work for myself again, where I can build things that I want to build. As I started getting more and more into code, I started to realize there's a freedom to it. There's a sense of absolute freedom that you can do anything at a certain point. Like if you can imagine something, you can code it. You can just build an app, a software piece, a website that does whatever it is you can possibly imagine. Nothing's impossible, only difficult to do. But the means by which you're able to find that information with the internet, it's really easy. It's cheap compared to a 4-year university or whatever. Yeah, I didn't have the luxury of choosing a 4-year university, and I'm kind of glad because it forced me to really focus and think hard about what I was learning and if it made sense or didn't make sense, right? If you changed careers or you're thinking about changing careers, what's holding you back, right? Why are you changing careers? And I think that's something that you should really think about as far as why. The why is more important, right? If there's something about the field you're in that you enjoy, what is it about the field that you enjoy that you want to take with you? Yes, I enjoy and love animation and I love doing all that, but I also wanted to create stuff for myself. I wanted to bring things together for myself, and that's really where I had the most fun. The most fun was building my own things, and that's what coding allows me the opportunity to do. Is I can take that animation, I can take those ideas, I can take something brand new, combine it all together, and I can release that as a product. I can release that as a thing. And then at that point, I'm working for myself. I'm building things that I want to build. I will be able to build what I want to build as opposed to having to build something for somebody else. And I think that's what's going to be different about this time, is that my entrepreneurial side is thinking more about, hey, let's build something that you want to build as opposed to working specifically just on your craft. Because the craft side is fun, but combining the craft with the creativity and the directing and putting that all side together, that's what I enjoy. With the coding side, I can build an app, I can build a software, I can build a game, I can build a whatever that allows me to utilize that artistic skill combined with the creativity allowed in programming and push it all together into one piece. And if you're an artist right now and you're like, okay, there's really not a lot of art in code, there's not a lot of creativity in code, I assure you there is. And all you need to do is just, once you start understanding it, you start to realize the opportunities available to you as an artist. As an artist, code is much more beneficial to you than maybe somebody who's strictly logical thinking. Because as an artist, you already have the mindset to build crazy things, or you've already been brainstorming about like, oh, well, they should really make a thing that does this. Wouldn't it be great if we can just whatever? And you have design in your background and you have the creativity. So I would encourage you to look at it. And if you're somebody who's strictly logical thinking, I would still encourage you to actually look at the artistic side of things. Really take a look at color theory, take a look at drawing and why things are done a certain way. Take a look at different artistic periods. When you actually find out about the art behind it, it's really, really fascinating, and you'll be surprised how much your code can actually change just from the abstract thinking of how things are grouped together, how things are important, and just laying things out graphic. The line between web designer and web developer is pretty much being pushed into one thing, right? Back end, front end, they're becoming one thing. You're gonna be full stack, right? We just know this is the future of things. We have to be honest with where the industry is going, where the field is going. What is it leaning towards? What is it leaning against? One thing that I'm going to be doing much better of up front is keeping tracks of what I'm seeing in the industry and trends that I'm expecting for the future, right? Because I want to stay current, I want to stay with it, and I want to make sure that I don't fall behind the times. And if I ever fall, I can always catch back up, because things are changing so fast. I don't want to make that a deterrent for anybody brand new to the field, but seriously, if you're thinking about changing careers, now's a good time. It's a fantastic opportunity at the moment. There's a lot of free resources online. I'll bring up a couple you can go ahead and use as well. If nothing else, I would suggest go ahead and check out, a website like Codecademy or any of those websites that have like free trials for like a week. But I'd really start at Codecademy, and the reason why is because you'll type in a few words, and within a few minutes, I would argue, within a few minutes, you'll really start to be like, huh, this is interesting. this is cool. Or you'll be like, yeah, this is really boring. This is like math class all over again. This is not what I'm interested in. You know, maybe you shouldn't judge the whole thing on a few minutes of work, but I think if you're going to enjoy it, you also will be gravitated towards it very quickly, and you won't have to invest money or significant amounts of time. But seriously though, if you do have a background story, if you do have an origin of some kind in regards to the coding field, I'd love to hear it. I'd really enjoy those stories. You know, send a link to your video in the comment section, that's fine too. But I always do like to hear where people come from, where their backstory is, and how they got into coding, because it's always more interesting too when you see something that's totally unrelated and they get into code, or why they got into code, right? Was it because of money? Was it because of freedom? Was it because of, you know, just the craft itself? Was it because of the creative opportunities? Was it because you wanted to be an entrepreneur? Was it because you wanted to build your own blah, 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 blah? Whatever the case is, really, 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 really want to know. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you later.